Hey, Michael. There's a sports day coming up at the start of next month. When are you planning to come back?
Sports Day? Is it that time of the year already?
Yeah, it's on the 15th. Both Olivia and Ethan were chosen for the relay race. Olivia's even going to give a speech as the grade representative.
Is that so? It's amazing that both twins are participating.
I know, right? They're so excited. You know, they've been practicing running even when they're home. I've been joining them, and now I'm sore every day.
That's great that they're so enthusiastic. How are they doing in school otherwise?
They're doing well. Olivia's excelling in math, and Ethan's really taken to reading. It would be nice if you could see their progress firsthand.
I'm glad to hear that. I'll check in with them on our next video call.
Speaking of which, when are you planning to visit? The kids keep asking.
Look, I hate to break it to you, but I can't make it to the sports day. Sorry. Can you please let the kids know?
Really? Well, it'll just be me cheering them on. Isn't there any way you can make it? My parents can't come this year due to work, and it's the twins' first elementary school sports day.
Nope, no can do. My assignment here ends in 6 months, and I'm really busy right now. Oh, I know. Why don't you invite my parents?
You want them to drive all the way here? It's a bit much to ask them to come just for a sports day. Your mom would be pretty bothered by it if we asked her on such short notice.
I'd have to fly, you know.
Michael, you're on a work assignment, so it can't be helped. Besides, if I invite your parents, I'd have to entertain them alone, and they'd probably stay at our place. That's just too much for me to handle.
Well then, Emily, you're on your own. I really don't have any leeway right now.
I understand you're busy, but the kids really miss you. They were hoping you'd make it this time.
I miss them too, but work is work. I can't just leave whenever I want.
Michael, you haven't been home since Christmas. Even during spring break, when we tried to visit you, you said you had to work and refused. Couldn't you make a little more time for us?
It's work. I can't help it. This project is crucial for my career.
I get that, but your family should be important too. You promised to come home once every 2 months, but it's been 4 months now. You didn't even come for their elementary school orientation.
My assignment will be over by the end of this year, so it's fine, isn't it? Honestly, it's a hassle to keep coming back. Just the travel itself is exhausting. I really can't make it.
Don't you miss seeing the kids? They're growing up so fast, and you're missing all these important moments.
We have video calls, don't we? I don't feel like I haven't seen them in ages, and the kids seem fine too.
Video calls aren't the same as being here in person. I'm trying my best not to let them feel lonely, but it's getting harder.
Look, I'll be back in 6 months, so stop nagging. I want to spend time with the family too, you know.
I'm not nagging, I'm just concerned. The kids need their father. You'll come back for the kid's birthday in the summer, right?
I'll try, but don't get your hopes up.
You mean you might not be able to come back? Michael, that's their birthday we're talking about.
Yeah, it depends on the situation at that time. I'm looking forward to the sports day photos, so make sure to take lots of good pictures and videos to send me.
Pictures and videos aren't the same as being there, but all right. I'll make sure to take plenty.
Great, thanks. Is there anything else you need to tell me?
Well, there is one thing. The kids' teacher mentioned that they've been a bit down lately. I think that you being away for so long has really gotten to them both.
They'll be fine. Kids are resilient. Just keep them busy with activities. They won't notice that I've been gone for that long.
It's not that simple, Michael. They need their father. But anyway, is there anything you need from home?
No, I'm fine here. Take care of the kids.
All right, well, good luck with work. Let me know if you need me to send you anything.
Will do, thanks.
Michael, about this month's living expenses, you made a mistake with the amount. We'll be fine for now, but can you send the rest of the money as soon as possible? We still have the utility bills to pay.
Huh? I didn't make a mistake.
What? Only half of the usual amount was transferred. Is everything okay?
Sorry, but from this month on, that's the amount I'll be sending. I don't have any more money to send you.
What are you talking about? Suddenly cutting it in half is going to cause a lot of problems. There's hardly anything left after paying the rent. Forget the utility bills. How am I supposed to pay for the groceries?
Well, how about you take some money from the savings account?
The savings account? Michael, why is this happening? Tell me the reason why you won't send us any more money.
All right, I didn't want to have to say this, but you're making me. Emily, what have you been doing during the day since the kids started elementary school?
What do you mean? I've been doing housework, going shopping, things like that. Why are you asking this all of a sudden?
That's all you've been doing?
That's a harsh way to put it. I clean up after the kids' meals, do the laundry, clean the house, and by the time I finish shopping in the evening, the kids are back home. It's a full day of hard labor.
Hard labor? You think that what you're doing is hard labor? That's hilarious. Any way you look at it, you're slacking off.
Slacking off? Are you serious right now?
There are families where both parents work, you know. There are single-parent households. I think you're being a bit too lazy, Emily.
I can't believe you just said that. I've been raising the kids alone for over a year now. Do you have any idea how hard that is? Just because they've started elementary school doesn't mean childcare suddenly gets easy.
What about the single mothers that are out there? They work, take care of the house, and raise their kids. You shouldn't act like you're the only one having a hard time. There are plenty of people working much harder than you.
Are you saying I'm not trying hard enough? Do you have any idea what my days are like?
Well, compared to people who are working harder, you've got it easy.
You're their father, but you have no idea how difficult it is to raise twins, do you? Every day is a challenge, Michael.
I'm saying this because I do understand. Twins grow up at the same time, so it's easier, right? They're already in elementary school, so they don't need as much attention. If you're unhappy with the living expenses, why don't you start working? You should be able to make time for that.
I don't mind working, but why did you suddenly cut the living expenses in half? I think that's a separate issue from me working. Can't you give me an explanation?
Well, it just started to feel ridiculous sending money to a family I'm not even living with. It's like I'm just an ATM.
I see. Well, you're right. I'll start looking for a job right away.
What's with the sudden compliance? You were making excuses just a moment ago.
I didn't know you felt that way. I just thought I should reconsider things.
Okay, well, I'm not going to send you any more money.
Yeah, I understand. I'll start job hunting right away.
All right, but don't neglect the kids just because you're working.
I know. I don't need you telling me that. I'll perfectly manage single parenting, housework, and a job. I'll work harder, just like you said.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell me about our family situation?
No, that's all for now. Keep me updated on your job search.
Will do. Take care, Michael.
Emily, I'm sorry I couldn't make it back for the kids' birthday yesterday, but tell them I'll buy them presents later, okay?
Don't bother.
What's wrong? You're angry after all, aren't you? I thought so when I didn't hear from you yesterday. But I told you before that I might not be able to make it for their birthday.
No, I'm not really angry. More importantly, I want you to stop acting like you're a good father.
What do you mean?
I'm divorcing you.
Divorce? Wait a minute, just because I couldn't come back for the kid's birthday? Come on, I'm on a work assignment. It's not like I wanted to be away from you all.
The work assignment might have been the company's order, but not coming back sooner was your choice, wasn't it?
How can you say that to me when I'm working alone, away from everyone for the sake of our family?
You're not working for the family anymore, are you? You're working for that girlfriend next to you.
Girlfriend? What are you talking about?
I know everything, and I have evidence, so don't lie. You've been inviting your mistress to your apartment, haven't you? She's an employee at your workplace, right? I have photos and videos. Oh, and I'll be there in about 15 minutes, so you better get a pen ready. You're signing the divorce papers as soon as I arrive. I don't want to waste a single second hanging around at the apartment where you've been playing around with other women.
What? Wait a minute, you're here?
Yeah, don't worry. I left the kids with my parents.
But I'm not at home right now.
It's Sunday. I know you're home. And don't send your girlfriend away. I want to talk to her, too. Even if you do send her away, I know her full name and address. If she doesn't cooperate, I'll contact the company.
I'm sorry about all this. I really know I'm in the wrong. But look, this thing with the girl from my company wasn't serious. I told you it was just a relationship during my assignment.
Even if that's how you both felt, an affair is still an affair. You had a girlfriend while you were married, and you brought her to your place most every day. You had a physical relationship, too. I think that's reason enough for me to want a divorce.
But isn't how I feel about her and how I feel about you more important? Sex isn't everything. Men sometimes go to places just for physical relationships, you know. That's how I saw this, but I don't love her.
Oh, it would have been better if you had gone to one of those, places. That would have been a purely physical relationship. But you broke your promise to come back every 2 months, you stopped participating in the kids' events, and on top of that, you suddenly cut our living expenses.
You agreed about the living expenses, didn't ya?
I'm not against the idea of working. I was planning to get a part-time job eventually. But you suddenly cut the living expenses because you were spending money on your mistress, right? You wanted more money for yourself, so you told me to work. I can't forgive that. And you said I was slacking off when I'm raising the kids and managing the house alone. You even said that I had it easy. You don't know a thing about raising kids.
Wow, I didn't really mean it that seriously. You don't have to make a big deal out of everything I said.
Right.
But come on, when kids start elementary school, they do become easier to handle, don't they?
What are you talking about? They don't suddenly just grow up because they've started elementary school. They make friends at school and want to go play at their houses, or they want to come over. They want to go to the park that's a little far away from home. Their range of activities expands by a hell of a lot, and it would be irresponsible if I let them go far by themselves, so I have to go with them.
But you have time until the kids come home, right?
The kids come home as early as 3 p.m. That means I need to be back home by then, so considering travel time and a bit of overtime, I can only work until 2 p.m.
So you can work from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., right?
What about the housework? Who's going to do all that? Are you saying I should do laundry, cleaning, and shopping after the kids come home?
It's not impossible, is it? You can manage somehow.
Yeah, I'd have to if I were alone. But if I can manage everything by myself, then we don't need you, do we?
What?
I was working hard raising the kids alone because I thought you were working for our family. I didn't complain, of course. But you neglected the kids, suddenly cut our living expenses, and said it was ridiculous to send money to a family you're not living with, even though you accepted the assignment. I felt like you were mocking all my efforts. I felt like an idiot for trusting that you were doing everything for our sake.
No. Wait, that wasn't my real intention. You know I didn't mean it like that.
Even if it was just an excuse to have more money to spend on your mistress, I wish you hadn't said it. I'm sorry, but those words woke me up. I've been suspecting your affair for a while.
What? Seriously? How did you know?
Your video calls with the kids became less frequent, and you came home less and less. Anyone who wasn't completely oblivious to what was going on around them would have noticed.
I'm really sorry about the affair. I just let my guard down and got ahead of myself after being alone for so long. From this month, I'll send the full amount of money that I was sending you before. I'll even cut my own allowance if necessary. Will you forgive me if I do that?
It's fine. You told me to work because you didn't want to send living expenses, right? So I found a full-time job. I don't need your money.
What? Full-time? Why would you do that?
Yeah, I decided to put the kids in after-school care. I told my parents everything, and they said they'd support me.
Wait, I was thinking more along the lines of a part-time job. Why would you get a full-time job?
Did you think I would continue our marriage like nothing had ever happened after being spoken to like that? I've been desperately looking for a job these past 2 months so I can be independent from you, so I can prove that our family doesn't need an absent father or a cheating husband.
What kind of job is it? There's no way a housewife can suddenly get a job that can support 2 kids. You can't manage without me.
I'm working at a private investigation firm.
A private investigation firm?
Yeah, it's customer service and counseling work, so I can be with the kids in the evening, and the pay is pretty good. Plus, I'll be getting child support from you. It's enough to live on. They even threw in the investigation they did on your affair as a bonus.
Emily, aren't you embarrassed doing that kind of work? I've heard that private investigation work is mostly infidelity investigations. You're making a living off of other people's unhappiness? Can you really be happy with a job like that? Come on, you can't be serious.
Then people shouldn't cheat, should they? At the very least, the people I've spoken to so far found peace and victories in court by gaining evidence of their spouse's affairs. Besides, you're in no position to criticize me. You're the one that pushed me to get a job and even had the nerve to cheat on me.
Emily, I really never intended to abandon our family. I was planning to live happily with you and the kids again once my assignment was over.
If you think those words will make me change my mind, you should go back to elementary school. You just said that you enjoyed your affair while pushing the kids onto me during your assignment, but you want us to get along as a happy husband and wife again when you come back. How convenient for you. Anyone who says okay to that would be an idiot or super desperate.
But you and the kids have always been my top priority. My feelings about that haven't changed.
Then why did you stop coming home? Why did you suddenly cut our living expenses? It's all because of your affair, isn't it? You preferred to spend time with your girlfriend over us.
Emily, I'm really sorry. I'll come home right now, so please don't go through with the divorce. I'm truly sorry for everything. I'll start taking care of the kids from now on, too. You won't have to deal with everything alone, I swear.
There's no home for you to come back to.
What?
We moved out the day before yesterday and canceled the lease on the house.
What about my things?
I sent them to your workplace. I figure they wouldn't fit in your apartment there.
What? You sent them to my company?
Yes, I did. I'm serious. I'm going through with this divorce no matter what, Michael. If you try and drag it out, I'll file for a mediated divorce. If you have any objections, take it up in court.
What are the kids saying? They must miss me. They must want me to come home. You can't tell them that you suddenly want to divorce their dad. Even if you can't forgive me, can't we try to rebuild our relationship for Olivia and Ethan's sake?
Well, the kids said, Dad's never here anyway, so it's fine. They don't care if you don't come back anymore. You had time, but you never even called. You didn't come for their school entrance ceremony, sports day, or birthday. You left everything about the twins to me, and the kids have gotten used to a life without you. You're not a father to them anymore.
I'm sorry. I really messed up.
It's too late to apologize to me now. From now on, as a father living apart, I hope you can at least regain the children's trust. Michael, I just wanted to let you know that I received the signed divorce papers. Thank you for not dragging this out.
Emily, I still think we're making a mistake. Are you sure we can't work this out?
We've been over this, Michael. There's no going back now.
I understand you're hurt, but don't you think this is a bit extreme? What about the kids?
The kids are adjusting well. They're more resilient than you give them credit for.
Can I at least talk to them? I miss them.
You can call them this weekend. I've arranged for you to have a video chat on Saturday at 2 p.m.
Just a video chat? Can't I see them in person?
Not right now, Michael. They need time to adjust to this new situation.
Emily, please, I know I messed up, but they're my kids too.
Yes, they are. And that's why you'll have visitation rights. We'll work out a schedule once things settle down. I'm not giving you anything more than that.
A schedule? This is ridiculous. I should be able to see my kids whenever I want. You can't do this to me. You're being way too emotional.
That's not how this works anymore, Michael. You gave up that right when you chose your affair over your family.
I didn't choose the affair over my family. It was a mistake. It didn't mean anything.
A mistake that lasted months and cost you your family. Actions have consequences, Michael. You've got to learn from them.
I get it, okay? I screwed up, but don't punish the kids for my mistakes.
I'm not punishing the kids. I'm protecting them. They need stability right now, not confusion.
And you think growing up without their father is stable?
Growing up with a part-time father who prioritizes his own needs over his family isn't stable either. You were the one that disappointed them time and time again.
That's not fair. I've always provided for them.
Financially, yes, but they need more than money, Michael. They needed your time, your attention, your presence. They needed their dad.
I can change. I'll be there for them now.
It's too late for that. You had your chances and you blew them all.
So that's it? You're just going to erase me from their lives?
No, I'm not erasing you. You'll still be their father, but you'll have to rebuild your relationship with them on their terms now.
And what about us? Is there really no chance for us to get back together?
Michael, please understand. There is no us anymore. We're done.
I can't accept that. I love you, Emily.
If you loved me, you wouldn't have cheated. You wouldn't have abandoned us emotionally long before I found out about the affair.
I made a mistake. People make mistakes. Give me a break.
A mistake is forgetting to buy milk. What you did was a choice, Michael. A series of choices that showed exactly where your priorities lay.
I know, and I regret it deeply. Please, give me one more chance.
I'm sorry, but no. I've given you too many chances already. It's time for both of us to move on.
Move on? How am I supposed to move on without my family?
The same way we've been moving on without you for the past year, one day at a time.
Emily, please, what can I do to fix this?
There's nothing to fix, Michael. It's over. The best thing you can do now is focus on being a good father to Olivia and Ethan.
How can I be a good father when I can't even see them?
You'll see them. We'll set up a visitation schedule. But right now, they need time to adjust.
And what about you? Are you really okay with this?
I'm not okay, Michael. I am hurt, I'm angry, and I'm disappointed. But I'm also stronger than I thought I was. I'll be fine, and so will the kids.
I never meant to hurt you or the kids. You have to believe that.
I believe that you never intended for us to find out. But you made your choices, Michael, and now we all have to live with them.
Is there anything I can do? Anything at all?
Yes. Respect our need for space right now. Be there for the kids when they're ready. And please, don't make this any harder than it already is.
Okay, I understand. Can I at least know how they're doing in school?
They're doing fine. Olivia's still doing really well in math, and Ethan's reading has improved a lot.
That's good to hear. And how are they handling all of this?
They have their good days and bad days, but they're talking to a counselor, and that seems to be helping.
A counselor? Why didn't you tell me about that?
I'm telling you now, Michael, this is a part of our new reality. I'll keep you informed about the important things, but I don't need your permission anymore.
Right, of course. I feel so out of the loop.
That's how we felt for the past year, Michael. It's not a good feeling, is it?
No, it's not. I'm sorry, Emily. I truly am.
I know you are, but sorry doesn't fix this.
What will?
Time, consistency, putting the kids first, being the father they deserve.
I'll do my best, I promise.
Don't promise me, Michael. Show the kids. They're the ones who need to see it.
You're right. I'll do whatever it takes.
Good. That's a start. Now, I need to go. The kids are going to be home soon.
Okay, can you give them a hug from me?
I will. Goodbye, Michael.
Goodbye, Emily, and thank you for everything. Hi, Emily. I was wondering if I could see the kids this weekend?
This weekend? I thought we agreed on next weekend for your first visit.
I know, but I miss them so much. I thought maybe we could move it up.
Michael, we talked about this. The kids need stability and predictability right now. Let's stick to the schedule we agreed on.
You're right. I'm sorry. It's hard being away from them.
I understand, but remember, this is the consequence of your actions. The kids need time to adjust.
I know. You're right. I'll wait until next weekend. Can I at least call them tonight?
Yes, that's fine. They'll be home after their after-school activities around 6.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Just stick to our agreements, Michael. That's the best way you can help right now.
Okay, I will. Take care, Emily.
You too, Michael. I finally got my divorce with Michael settled, and we've come to an agreement on how to take joint custody of our children. He's changed his attitude when it comes to the children, but I'll never be able to forgive him for how he treated me and how he looked down on me for not being financially independent from him. His entire company found out about his affair with his colleague when I sent all his stuff to the office. And it seems that his mistress even resigned from her job once she could no longer bear the stares and gossip she was getting at work. Michael is visiting the children at least once a month in an effort to regain their trust. I won't be able to trust him ever again, but I hope that he can at least rebuild his relationship with Olivia and Ethan.